So before the video starts, while I was making this video, an update actually came out. This is a very small update. It just adds a text filtering to the chat, just like how they have in Valorant. And similar to the other update I'll be talking about in this video, a lot of updates are very similar to stuff that's features in Valorant. I might make a whole other video talking about that and why Valorant might even be good for CSGO. But I'll just mention that this text filtering is a little weird. It's always on by default and there's only two settings, on or off. If it's off, it doesn't block any swear words, and if it's on, it basically blocks all swear words. Like Wicked Player tweeted, he agrees with the principle behind CSGO's text chat filtration, but seeing as it's reliant on the Steam pink heart system that also censors the most basic stuff, he can't really agree how it was executed. And I kind of agree. If you don't know what the Steam pink heart system is, it's basically in the Steam community. If I upload this photo with those 3 swear words in and click view online, you can see that they're all turned into hearts. So this censors basically all swear words. Everything from the absolute worst stuff you can think of to simple swear words like bullshit, which I'm not sure if I think is the correct way to do it. There should at least be some sort of an option where you can filter the worst stuff, but keep some of the less intense swear words, so not everything is turned into hearts in the chat. Now, let's go on with the actual update that this video is about. Hello guys, it's your boy Anomaly from Sweden, and yesterday morning we got a pretty big update for CSGO. Now, I wasn't gonna make a video on this update because I felt it was a decent update, but it didn't really change too much. It was just a small quality of life update, but then when I actually thought about it and when I went in game, I realized that this update would not only negatively affect my favorite map, it would absolutely destroy it. This update was called the Enemy Spotted, and it changes the visibility in CSGO, where they said since CSGO's release in 2012, some of the most common feedback we've received has been about the challenge of spotting characters in the world. Since 2012? Really? And they first updated now in 2020, 8 years later? Anyways, they say because every map in the game features significant variety of lighting and detail, even characters designed to read well in one map might get lost when viewed from a particular angle in another map. But today we're also shipping several new improvements to the way characters are rendered. And as you can see, here's the picture. It's a pretty significant update. Here, it's pretty gray. It all looks kind of faded out and blurry. It's very hard to see this character because he blends in very well with the wall. And this is what it looks like now. You can see it's a much more sharper edge to the character, and it looks like they've increased the contrast a lot, so it's much more easy to spot the player model than it was before. And I mean, that's great, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Well, we'll get to that in a bit. Boosting player contrast. Yeah, like I said, to improve character read across all maps and location, we've added a new graphic setting called Boost Player Contrast, which is enabled by default. It's a special post-process filter that applies to stationary characters, creating local contrast so that the characters stand out from the background. So basically what it does is it increases the character's contrast against the background at far distances. This is the problem. It strengthens edge pixels for characters at far distance so it doesn't blend together. It creates a small blur around the character to reduce background noise, and creates a small contrasting halo around the character where there's no color difference between the character and the environment. In addition to the changes above, they modified some textures of character models and they adjusted fog. This is important and we'll get back to that. In CSGO, fog is applied separately to characters and the rest of the world to help characters stand out from the background at longer distances. They've decreased the fogging on characters across all maps and slightly increased fog on dust too. So this is what it looked like before this update, and this is what it looks like now. You can see the difference. It's a lot more contrast, and this is that same screenshot very zoomed in, and you can see the difference is quite a lot. Here, he blends in very well, it's kinda blurry, and the color schemes are very similar between the character model and the background, and here, he really just sticks out. Same here on Overpass, this is what it used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. Quite a difference, but not as big as on Dust 2, and here's the same one zoomed in, what it used to look like, and what it looks like now. On Mirage, this is what it used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. And zoomed in, this is what it used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. On Overpass, it's very hard in this screenshot to see the CT sitting in heaven, but now it looks like this, so it's a lot easier to see him. I thought this part of him was standing behind the wall, but actually, as we can see in the next screenshot, it isn't. It's just that it blended in so well. And here it is zoomed in, and what it looks like now, lot of difference. You can see when I swap between these, it even affects the ground like in front of him, where the character isn't even standing. Same, here goes the wall, and you can see it affects the wall as well, so this is a pretty major change. They also changed some map-specific things, like on Overpass, this is what it used to look like with a bicycle. Now the bicycle is gone, so this is not really a good hiding spot. Guten Tag, Trilux. And on Dust, this is what it used to look like. Pretty hard to see considering the windows, but now they've moved the windows up and made them a bit more bright, so it's much easier to spot the CT. Now these changes are all good. I love these changes. It makes it a lot more easy to spot and quickly read where enemies are and not be killed by someone you can't see. So now you might be wondering why I've titled this video in the way I did. That they ruined my favorite map, because this seems like a really good update, which in most cases it is. But with this update, their changes to fog and player visibility absolutely undermines the whole purpose of my favorite map, Insertion. The creator of Insertion, Oskmos, even replied to the tweet saying, "I've been working on Insertion 2 for 3 years now, and this update with the fog basically breaks the whole experience. Would it be possible to have the fog applied on characters follow a different curve, rather than just be applied less overall, or have an on-off setting per map?" Here's also a sneak peek screenshot that he released of Insertion 2, which it looks amazing. Most people know now that Insertion is my absolute favorite map in the whole game, and that map is very special. It's not like a regular CS map, because Insertion is a big map and it's all open. That whole map builds its combat and gameplay on the fog and player visibility, because if you're on one side of the map and there's fog in the middle, you can't see the player that's on the other side of the map. You have to be closer together. But now, with this update, it just breaks it. You can see anyone from any distance. They also changed Dust 2's B door, so now if you're standing middle, you can hold both catwalk and B site at the same time, which is very nice. But now it's time to go in game and see how much this update actually breaks my favorite map. And I'm pretty sure it has to break Danger Zone as well, right? There we go, loading into Insertion. I'm so sad, I really want to play Insertion 2, but now if this update stays, he's just gonna stop making it, probably. Video boost player contrast enabled, okay. Go to the end of the road where the sign is. What? No!
Oh my god!
Wait, oh
no!
Dude, no!
I can see you so clearly, it doesn't make sense.
Oh my god, it's so easy. I don't even see the ground you're walking on. I don't even see the ground you are walking on. Yeah, it's just an invisible wall. Wait, stand halfway out. Yeah. This is not a good update for Insertion. On all the other regular CSGO maps, it's good, but my favorite map, oh no. Yeah, it's not even, like, there's no point in this map anymore. Let's try another thing, Victor. Come here, stand behind these bushes. You're in the bush, right? The common fucking spot. Yeah, instantly see you. Not even a challenge. Wait. Oh, I see, instantly, instantly. Oh no! Okay, Victor, let's try the Danger Zone maps. Wait, you're MG too?
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, I already see you. I
can still see you.
Yeah. Oh, there, I stopped seeing you. That's probably that's... Oh my god, wait, go! I can see a black outline. This is like Valorant. I can see a black outline all around you. What? They broke Danger Zone! Not that anyone cares though, because no one plays. No one plays Danger Zone. Dude, there's literally, oh my god. There's literally a black out. This is Valorant. This is Valorant. They literally broke Danger Zone and Insertion. Run on the right side of the road and just keep running. Take a right turn. And right.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So basically, this update is good for all CS maps except for the ones I like. Danger Zone is pretty cool. I've started liking it. It's decent, but now it's just completely broken. You can just sit so far away, order a scout, and then you win. And Insertion is just completely unplayable, which is my favorite map overall in CS ever. And yours as well, right, Victor?
Yeah, Insertion is by far my favorite map.
Well, not anymore. RIP. Victor, there's one last thing that they did, which is actually pretty cool. We can play tic-tac-toe. Now no one can win.
Oh my